Hey folks, back again. Alright, I thought I'd take this moment and talk about what you need to know before buying bees. Let me straighten up my camera a little bit. I think she's a little crooked. That'll be better. Hopefully I'm in the frame. So I'm going to show you basically things you need to know before you go buying bees. Bees are sold in two methods. One's a package. It's typically 3 pounds of bees with 1 queen, and the other is a nuke. Now, the 3-pound package is cheaper. They run a little bit over $100. People think, well, that's the cheaper way to go. That's the way I should go. What you get for that is you get 3 pounds of bees and a caged queen. Now, unless you know the breeder, there's no guarantee that queen's ever laid an egg. Most of the mass producers don't even do that anymore. They just package up the queen as soon as, oh, she should be mated, box her up. She's never laid a single egg. She gets caged. And the bees that she's with, they don't know her from Adam. That's why you have, when you get a package in with the queen, you got to keep her caged for 3 days before you can release her. That being said, a package is not really a good way to go money-wise. Because with a nuke is the nucleus of the hive, aka it is a full hive, fully functional, operational. It's just small. It's the start of a new hive. So when you buy a nuke, you should be, if you're getting a 5-frame nuke, you should get 5 full frames. Those frames should not be, none of them should look like that. That's just a piece of foundation. Now this, it's got a little bit of drawn, but also you shouldn't get that either. What you should get when you get a 5-frame nuke is you should get 5 frames, and 1 frame, if they're, as long as it's drawn out, so like this side's completely drawn out, this side is almost, so it's probably 90% of this frame. That's fine. The bees need a little room to grow. I'm going to see if the camera will focus in on this. It's really small. What I'm trying to show, and there are eggs all the way from here to there. So that's the first you want. Oh, here's our queen running around right here. That big beautiful black thing right there. She's doing a good job. So we're going to set her in this other frame. So that's one thing you should get. You should get a queen that's laying, that's running around. If you get a nuke and it comes with a caged queen, you've been ripped off. Now, see our brood, some drone. She's just getting started. So this was a new queen I set up. So right now we've put in 2 frames, 1 frame of honey and brood, another frame of brood, and we're just transferring this one over to a bigger box. But if I was selling this nuke, then I would get these empty frames out. We have frame number 4 of brood. And lastly, frame number 5 of brood and honey. So, in summary, the reason a nuke is so much better, for a colony to build up, that package that you paid $50 less for, say that's you're getting just bees, no drawn comb, no frames, no foundation. These aren't free. They cost, you're looking at about $2 per frame and foundation a piece. So you get $10 worth of frames and foundation, but more importantly, you get them already drawn. And for a colony, a package, to get up to 4 frames is going to take them about a month or even more to get up to that speed. And beekeeping, in short, is a race for the bees. From the moment that they get established, they're in a race to build up enough food and resources before winter. So they're trying to build up their numbers so they can bring in more honey, so they can just make it through the winter. Packages fail much more often than a nuke, especially for the newbie beginner, because there's a lot of things you have to do. There's things you can make mistakes on. With a nuke, it's already an established hive. You've got a laying queen and you've got 5 frames. So when you get a nuke, you will do exactly what I'm doing here, which is to just transfer that nuke into a bigger box so it has room to grow. And I'll set this frame in the checkerboard, that one. So anyway, so now I have this one established over here. So, quick summary, packages are okay, nukes are way better and way more cost effective for your money. You can actually bring in honey. If you've got the drawn frames, you can bring in honey the first year if you've got drawn comb. So if you lose a colony, you got a bunch of drawn comb, don't go start with another package, start with a nuke, and you will actually make your money back on that nuke with honey production. Your nuke is 5 frames with them all being 90% filled out, you know, and with a laying queen with her brood. Don't let somebody assemble a nuke, you know, grab from this frame, this frame, this frame. Yeah, they gave you 5 frames brood, but they weren't her brood, that queen. And lastly, if you're buying, they should have a health certificate stamp. In Tennessee, it is required by law that all bee cells, the bees before they can be sold, have to be inspected. And they're little green stickers. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like I said, don't get ripped off. If you get a 5-frame nuke, make sure you get 5 full frames. And know, excuse me, and know your queen breeder. They'll treat you right. And everyone stay safe. And hope you enjoyed the video.